Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to share my screen for Tip Tuesday today. I just wanted to really talk to y'all about the product status list. Someone asked the other day what this is. This is on, I'm going to go back to the main page. So this is on your workstation. This is the front page for everyone. You're going to click on news. This is the news tab is something that you should be looking at daily, as well as the product status list. So when you click on news, you're going to have the product status list right here at the top, and it's always the first article as well. And really, you just need to go through and read this. It has tons of information on there. It says that it used to be updated at a certain time. But now it just says this list will be updated regularly. So that's something that you should be checking daily. And it explains what each section means. But right here at the top, it's just interesting information. I cannot talk this morning. So right here, you'll see that we can see what the distribution centers are currently shipping. So we know that as of right now, they are shipping orders that were placed between 131 and 23. Okay, so if you have an order on 24 that hasn't shipped yet and you're wondering why, here's why, because that's where they are with shipping right now. And this is updated all the time. Also, you can see where they're at with completed orders shipped. So 98% of orders are shipped right now, which is really good. This is just good to know. And it tells you really how far behind they are. Obviously there's a lag in shipping, but that's very useful information. So this first section are back in stock. And I'm just going to read to you products that were previously on back order or out of stock that will be available to order at the date shown. We don't have any of those right now. Okay. Yes. So here it says products turning on will be specified each Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And it will also have the product activation that whatever's on this list will then occur on that Thursday. So it updates on Tuesday and that product will be back on Thursday. Okay. So set an alarm on your calendar every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time to check this to see if there's something that you're waiting to come back in stock, to see if it's updated. Okay. The next is delayed products. So we've had a few delayed products from our new catalog that are on here. Some of them say that they are coming early February. We have mid-February, and then we have to be determined. That means there's no specific date. If you are up on current news in our world, you will know that a lot of shipping is delayed. There's a lot of port issues, and that's just where we're at. That's what we're dealing with, okay? But that is going to tell you when those items, those delayed products will be here, okay? And then it says, as items arrive, we will follow our Tuesday, Thursday process, okay? Back orders. So this is just a list of products and actually consultant store products too, that it's going to tell you when it's going to be available. So really reading this and paying attention to this for your customers so they can say, oh my gosh, I love the llama buddy clip in the catalog, but I don't see it on the website. And you can come on here and say, okay, well, before I respond to her, let me go do some digging and see what the deal is. You're going to come on here and see that it's delayed. We don't have an exact date, and you can say, I'll let you know as soon as I find out. And then that's going to be your job as the consultant to provide that customer service to be able to keep her up to date with when that's expected to come, or him. Okay. So here you'll see that these orders have inventory on the way. Open orders, back orders being filled, available for purchase after this date. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that the Amber Glow dish, that back orders, so orders that were put on back order are being fulfilled right now. And then after March 3rd, they'll be back on the website available for purchase. Okay. So really just reading it and making sense. Again, it says updated by 3 p.m. every weekday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So again, a daily check of this. This is the master list. Anytime you need to know about any product, you have a question about why it's out of stock or when it's coming back, this is where you need to go. But you also have to keep in mind that our website is real time. So as soon as something goes on back order or out of stock, it's going to update on our website. And it's not going to immediately update on the product status list. You have to give it that time, those updates, 3 p.m. Pacific time to update. So if something goes out of stock at 1 p.m. and you just notice it, you need to wait until 3 p.m. Pacific time that day to get an update, okay? So keep that in mind too. If you're ever confused about what things mean, here it is, definitions of what it is, okay? And then we have our redemption. So for instance, Hogwarts collections that were redeemable yesterday, we knew that from watching our PSL. Okay, so now we know that as of yesterday, anyone who pre-ordered the Hogwarts bundle, warmer, or wax can now be redeemed, and they have until April 30th to redeem those. So as a consultant, I personally have a list of everyone. As I see that they redeem them, I put an R by their name. Anyone who hasn't redeemed them yet doesn't have an R. So I know that by April 1st, if they haven't ordered, I'm going to let them know. Now, they received an email yesterday, and you did too if they pre-ordered with you, that has this information that it's redeemable now until April 30th. But this is just a quick view of everything that you can have like a real quick snapshot of. So again, Pua Scentsy Buddy, if anyone pre-ordered that with you, their redemption is over. And if they didn't redeem it, they lost their deposit, okay? So again, it's really just going through and looking at things and listing them. As far as items that were pre-ordered, if you're like, oh, well, I don't remember if anyone did a pre-order of Lady and the Tramp Scentsy Buddies, that's when you go in your order tab and you run a report to see if there were any deposits made for Lady and the Tramp, and that will show you who did that. They have until March 31st to redeem that pre-order. Well, if they don't redeem it by then, it's gone. That's why there's pre-orders, that's why there are deposits, and it's not non-refundable, okay? Now, the last part of our PSL are products that are out of stock. They're no longer available for purchase. There's no date that is expected for them to return. A lot of these are usually LTOs, okay? So Christmas Camper Warmer went out of stock on December 6th. This is Transition Business Toolkit, okay? So we had that went out of stock January 18th, and it's not going to be back. We have what date it went out of stock, and we don't expect it to come back. Things like the NFL and stuff like that go out of stock. When it's on this list, it doesn't have a date for it to come back. So that means that yes, the NFL warmers are still available, but the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington football team, they don't have a date to return. Now, next year, they may come back out of the vault, that collection, and they may be back then. But as of right now, there's no expected date for them to return, okay? So it just talks about the notification process and how, what I just said earlier about it being out of stock, it will appear of that product. And pretty much exactly what I've said. So I'm not going to read that to you, but really take the time to go through this. And even if it's every morning or every evening, if it's not, you don't have to be there right at the time it releases, but checking this and really staying on top of it and using it as a resource. So when someone comes to you, like I said about the Llama Buddy clip, instead of responding and be like, oh, I don't know, take the time to go here, look and see if it's on the list, and give your customers proper information. That's part of our customer service. So that's my tip Tuesday for today. Go check this out. PSL is what we call it, product status list. And you can see, Duke, you can see it was updated on the 4th at 1. So today is Tuesday, so it will be again updated today at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So if y'all have any questions about this, let me know, but really it's self-explanatory. All the definitions, everything that it means is right there. So I hope you have a great Tuesday. Bye guys.